Hi! Oh my gosh. Okay, so before I start this reading, all right, I'm at the park. And craziest things, well, I went to the table. I'm at this like the baseball diamond and the bleachers. I went to the tables, no one there, and then all of a sudden all these kids came and want to come sit over there with tricycles but they were like big kids on tricycles. I don't know. It was loud, so I just came over here. And then I'm about to hit record, and then here comes this kid coming over here saying, or asking, what am I doing? I'm like, well, got some Oracle decks, you know. I did not use the T word, tarot. But he said, what are you about to do? And I'm like, about to create a video. And then he said, what's your YouTube's name? And I said, Lonue, the one exception. He goes, oh, that's you? I watch your videos. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Okay, hopefully this is just the first time. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever been spotted for my videos. Do I think he saw my videos? No. Of my 66 subscribers, this little kid, you found me. I mean, but you know, this is the future that we have to live for, I guess. All right. But without further ado, hi everyone. How are you? I wanted to come and get this message out. All right. I've been led to come out here and do a quick mini read for you guys. So that's what I'm about to do. So without further ado, let's get into this reading for you. So what the universe wants you to know, wants you to reach for, the energy the universe wants you to reach for is release. All right? Today I release limiting beliefs. Like that kid didn't know me. Limiting belief. All right. So he did know me. He subscribed to my channel. Off camera. All right. Toxic patterns. And okay, let me start over. Today I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. I am ready to transform and welcome this shift. I am creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. All right. So, this is definitely an energy worth reaching for because we're releasing those old habits, okay? So, this is a great card to come through for, to start this reading. Confirmation right there. But yeah, so someone here, you're repeating old patterns, and I'm guilty too, you know. But if we're making a timeline shift, you're shifting to let go of the things that got you to where you're at now and start looking forward. Start doing things that propel you to the future, you know? So, hold on. For confirmation. So yeah, so that's what we're releasing. Okay, so this is a good start. We're releasing some energy. So let's see what the universe wants you to shield or hold close. We got positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handfuls if I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. Okay, so off rip, we're already seeing two things I'm noticing here are the colors. We got this green up here, and then the blue all around. We got the green up here and blue down here. So green and blue, that is something that's sticking out right now. I believe that's throat chakra and heart. Now, both of these, you know, if you're sticking with the positive thoughts and then you're releasing the negative ones, keeping the positive and releasing the negative. You know, releasing what no longer serves you, keeping what serves you. What's serving you is positive. What's not serving you is negative. So that seems like a theme of today's reading for sure, okay? What the universe wants you Oh, we're breezing through these cards. Okay. Well, the universe wants you to shed light on karma. Just because your past wrong deeds have led to an unfavorable situation doesn't mean you have to let yourself suffer. Respond positively and make virtuous choices in each present moment. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely the energy of this reading. Letting go of the past, the negative, the limiting beliefs, the harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, negativity, and then we're going to leave that in the past, and then we're going to transition to a future that has, what it is that we're looking for, the positivity. And by releasing these negative thoughts, you're going to, by releasing these negative thoughts, you're going to you're placing more focus on the positive thoughts, because when you release the negativity, then what's left is positivity, so you want to continue the positivity. All right. And then what the universe wants you to stay strong on, we have one. This is one. One I seek, one I know, one I see, and one I call. No aspect of your life is separate from your spiritual journey. All is unfolding according to divine genius, and there is a sweet shift in store for you. Though circumstances may appear dire and you may feel despair, there is an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. Peace for you, friend. All right. So, Source, God, E, all the above. You can feel A through D whatever you want. So at this moment, let's just give thanks to E, all the above. You can feel A through D whatever you want. Whether it's this beautiful sun, this tree behind me, this park, the Most High. Right now, we're going to give thanks. All right. So right now, thank you. But when it comes to E, all the above, because God is love, E is love. All the above is love. Love ends with E. All the above. LOVE. Okay? But because E is, or God is love, is positivity. It's not negative. So by releasing the negative thoughts, by releasing these harmful thoughts, these toxic patterns, and you're coming into alignment. When you're coming into alignment, you're coming into singularity, you're coming into union, you're coming into oneness with the Creator. Okay, so that's why this is great to hold strong on, which is in the position of strength, because by releasing all of this, you're releasing your karma, you're releasing negative thinking. By doing all of this, you're coming into oneness. Now, picture, I don't know if you guys are into Loki, not the Norse god, but, well, he is, but the Marvel Loki. I don't know if you guys watched the show Marvel Loki, but how they explain the time variance, the TVA, time variance association. Time is, they explain there's a sacred timeline, and then when stuff happens, it branches off that timeline, okay, and then it'll keep on branching into different potentials or possibilities. But then when they prune or get rid of that timeline, then it goes back to just the one timeline, in opposed to branching off into two timelines. It goes into one. So negative thoughts are those branches in different timelines. So when you start changing your beliefs, changing your patterns, releasing those toxic behaviors, those toxic patterns, you're pruning those negativity to come into coming back into alignment. Alignment, which is one. So like if you branch off into 2 timelines, that's 2. That branch off, now you got 4. That splits, now you got 8. But as you get rid of the negative beliefs and start coming into union, coming into oneness, that's alignment. You're aligning. You're aligning to where you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be, which is a good feeling. We're not supposed to feel bad. We're not supposed to feel negative. Of course, we're human. But then the quicker you bounce that back, the better you feel. Things are going to happen. It's going to be positive. You want things to be positive. So stay in a positive vibration, okay? I think that's it. I think this is going to be a quick reading for today. It's not going to be super long. But yeah, let's see. Do I want to... I'm being led to share a poem. So let's get my trusty... I have this, let me show you guys. It looks like a pocket watch, but it's actually filled with dye. Okay, with different numbers. So I'm going to shake this up, add it up, and then read that poem that's associated with that number, okay? All right. So we got, and some of these numbers may be synchronistic to you. So if they are, it just means that this message may be more specific for you. Doesn't mean this message isn't for you. But we got a 50, 9, 1, 4, 3, and 8. So 50 plus 59, 1, that's 60. 60 plus 8, that's 68. 68 plus 4, that's 72. Plus 3, that's 75. All right, so 75 is, let's read what 75 is. All right. 75 is compromise versus sacrifice. Compromise versus sacrifice. Like having a snake eye versus a paradise. Come in with no E. That's like trying to convince that co is a promise minus the me. But don't we both win? You heard what I said. I promise inside we all triumph. If you try to sacrifice the me instead. All right. So that came right on time because we're talking about releasing these negative thoughts, and you are compromising yourself by keeping these negative thoughts. So let's sacrifice those negative thoughts so that it can propel us to being better person, better individuals. Okay? Finally, before I go, I will pull another card. And lastly, because I say I want to end my readings with this deck, which is the Creative Whack Pack. Now, I read or give some insight to these cards and to my poems, but I'm just going to read this because I am Lonue, the one exception. Self-proclaimed mid-husband, like a midwife, deals with physical creation. I like to deal with non-physical creation. So we're all made up of energy, as we all know. If you're tuned into my channel, you've heard this before. We're all made up of energy, okay? Masculine energy is the thought. When you have a thought or an idea, that's your masculine energy. When you execute that thought or your idea, that's an example of feminine energy. So everything here on this on this plane, this 3D world, everything here is feminine energy. So, like these cards are created, I'm tapping into the feminine energy of these cards to provide you with this reading. So, I want you to apply what this card says to. I'm creating a video. 1 second, okay?
My bad. Making a video.
So I want you to apply what these cards say, and apply what this card says to what this message, what you get from this message, okay? All right. And then I'm going to love and leave you guys right here. There's a lot going on. See, hear, taste, feel, smell. So when it comes to releasing negativity, pay attention to a wide variety of different information. If you're visually oriented, focus on the sound or the smell of a situation. If you're analytically oriented, focus on how something feels. If you're intuitive, concentrate on the logic. What other senses can you use to develop your idea? All right? So, before I go, I would like to, let's take a breath, okay? Breathe with me. All day long, we breathe unconsciously for ourselves, and very seldomly do we stop to breathe for someone else. Whether they're here physically, whether they're not here physically, whether they're thinking about you, whether they're not thinking about you, whether it's best friend or a worst enemy. Let's just breathe, okay? So, on the count of 3, we're going to inhale through our mouth, or through our nose, and then we're going to exhale through our mouth, okay? So we're going to inhale, and then exhale. All right, you guys. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. Oh, wait, hold on. And now it's time for so long. But I'll sing just one more song. Thanks for doing your part. You sure are smart. You know, with me and you and my boy Blue. And you can do anything that you want to do. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. And I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye.